reason why I want to do a Zuk run or two is because I want to try and upload a noob run of Zuk, noob Zuk run on YouTube, just for fun, whatever. People will probably have done a lot of Zuk already, so it will not be really that useful, but whatever. Should be good, should be good. It's not really the best of the best Zuk run, but since I'll be uploading this on YouTube, I'm gonna say I'm not, again, pro at RuneScape or anything like that. It's just that it's easier. It's a little bit easier to, I think, upload this as someone who doesn't have as much experience as every other RuneScape content creator that has a lot of experience with the battle already and the game. So you will know how noob I am, and you will also see how, you know, it may or may not be doable with how noob I am. I've done, you know, I've already done Zuk, as you can see with my cape. My cape here. But what we're gonna do is, since I've experienced a fair, decent Zuk now, I'm gonna try using my old gears against Zuk. Not my current gears, so no Lantern and no Omniguard. And see if I'll still be able to do it. It's just a challenge for myself. Recharge. The other thing here is everyone has now access to either, well, not everyone has access to Zemouregal's Nexus, which I'm currently using, but everyone will have access to the base Nexus. So we're not going to be using the Zemouregal's Nexus. Instead, we're just going to go with the normal Nexus plus Greater Bone Shield, because that's what people will be using. Lesser Bone Shield is fine, but since we're going to be using Barricade, it's better to go for Greater Bone Shield because the duration of Barricade, you know, scales based on the level of the shield you're using. And Greater Bone Shield gives me a tier 60 shield. Okay. For Zuk, I'm also going to remove Conservation of Energy for people who don't have Conservation of Energy. We're going to use Death Ward, so we can be a little bit tankier. Persistent Rage is at 99, Archaeology and Fury of the Small should all be doable. Berserk's Fury is fine instead of Death Ward, but I'm just gonna go with Death Ward so we can be a little bit tankier. And Berserk's Fury requires you to buy something that is a little bit expensive, at least for me. I won't use Blessed Flask, because not everyone will have Blessed Flask. I'm not going to use the Adrenaline Renewal Potion, but you can have Adrenaline Renewal Potion if you can make the Adrenaline Renewal Potion. It's nice to have, whatchamacallit, Cinderbane Gloves, but I'm not gonna wear Cinderbane Gloves, which means I'm not gonna use the Weapon Poison. You can use Weapon Poison if you want to. That is totally fine and doable. Potion Reservoir is an item that allows you to automatically use potions that you put in the reservoir, like overloads, but there are limits to the items. Mostly buff potions you can put in the potion reservoir. You can't use Restore Flask. You can't use Sarah Brews. You can't use Super Prayer. Pretty sure you can't, or is it Extreme Prayer? Whichever that is. And you can't use Adrenaline Renewal Potion. Things like that. Yeah. Great timing for ads. Lol. Still know my thing? Kinda, yeah. Because I've done the Zuk fight a couple of times. A decent amount of times. But yeah, we're gonna get the buffs now. And then I'm gonna fix my inventory in a bit. Actually, let's enable Potion Reservoir here. Put that there. Put my overload here. For HP, I forgot which one is for HP. Is it this one? Is this the thermal bath for HP? Nope, this is for movement speed. No, this is the HP one. I was wrong. Maximum health is increased. Nice, there we go. I can go for this one if you have the quest done for the... whatever this is, I forgot. Is it the spa or whatever? Thingy. For increased HP. And then bonfire, because it stacks. The other one, you don't really need to get. The movement speed, you don't really need to get that. The thermal thingy. And then you can get the Lantadyme Incense sticks buff if you want to. I will get mine, so our overload will last a little bit longer. Like 8 minutes instead of 6 minutes. You can also get Kwuarm Incense sticks if you're going for the Cinderbane's route. Or Cinderbane gloves plus weapon poison, because Kwuarm Incense will increase the poison damage. And then I'm just gonna bring blue jellies out. Blue jellies here. Should be fine. Put that there. On. Did I accidentally drink? Oh my god, I accidentally drank one dose. Because my mouse is a little bit broken. But yeah, we're gonna be using... Oh, where's my Hellhound? We're gonna be using Hellhound. And since we're gonna be using Hellhound, we need the quest The Light Within for Prism of Restoration. If you don't have that quest, you can just go get a Hellhound scroll or a few Hellhound scrolls to automatically heal your Hellhound. That way, you don't have to worry about killing the Hellhound. You can also get Powder of Penance, so you don't have to worry much about prayer points. So you can bring less Super Restore Flasks and more food if you need food. But yeah. This will be in the final test? Probably. I made things a little bit harder for myself. Because I removed the, you know, the relics. I don't have the Zuk Cape. We only have the Kiln Cape. I'm using tank. The only really good thing about this tank gear is the Turtling 4. And yeah, some of the perks. You can see... Oh yeah, shit, you can't see the perks. Okay, let me move my avatar a little bit here so you can see the perks. This one, you can see Relentless 5, Crackling 4 is nice, Mobile is nice, Venom Blood is useless here. Looting and scavenging, not really. Scavenging is nice because we're going to be killing a lot of mobs. My Death Guard doesn't have a really useful perk, so that's shit. Skull Lantern is only Precise 5. You can get up to Precise 6. If you can get Biting 2, that's nice as well. For your Death Guard, whatever. I'm using Jazz Book. You can use Wen Book. That would make things a little bit better because Wen Book's proc is AoE. Jazz Book is just single target when it procs, so yeah. Let me just move this here for now, because I'm not going to be using Essence of Finality. But yeah. Is there anything else that I forgot? I don't think there's anything that I forgot, so we're gonna try. I'm not gonna use the aura early. I'm gonna show you when I'm gonna use it, but you can use it early. Again, the aura that we'll be using is Asia's aura here, but you can use any combat aura like vampirism or whatever. Darkness here. Also, I'm not gonna be using prayer a lot, and I'm not gonna turn on Poison Reservoir until wave 4. But again, you can use it at the start. That's why we used the Lantadyme Incense to increase the duration of our overload. I'm just trying to save as much resources as possible. That's why I'm not using prayer and I'm not using the aura right now. You can turn on the Jazz Book. I'm actually gonna turn it now. Turn it on now. Now you can use the aura early. Also, you should always go to this space, southeast corner of the map. You can get up to this tile, stay here at this tile, so you can line them up way better, so they won't be attacking you. Be careful though, like as you can see, if you accidentally tried clicking something that you can't actually attack, it will move you away. And because of this big guy, the bat is outside of our range. But the bat can technically still attack us. Yeah, mostly you just go here at the start of the fight. You can also not kill the ranged mob first and kill the melee mobs because they won't reach you while the ranged mob was there. Just a little bit like minor stuff that you can do to make your life a little bit easier. And then I'm gonna turn on my Aegis Aura at wave 4 for the igneous mobs. I use how do you say it? I added my Aegis Aura as one of my favorite auras, so I can just access it here easily. And yeah, for the third wave, if you're getting ganked by a lot of these melee guys, you can also just go back to this corner. So 2 guys will be stuck there. 2 guys will be stuck here, and the only thing attacking you is this ranged mob. Really nice. See? If you're worried about accidentally auto-retaliating the ranged mob, you can turn off auto-retaliate. Again, you can just not kill this ranged mob first and kill the melee mob. Because that's fine. And if you hide behind the rock, the ranged mob will be forced to go near you. So that's also the other reason why it's fine to have auto-retaliate on. You just have to position properly. Yeah, this one, see? Oh, I accidentally clicked near the mob. Oh yeah. Since I stayed on that side, on that corner, these mobs can't hit me. Even if I go like here, I can safely kill them. What do you mean help the stuck monster? The stuck monster is gonna kill us. Okay, now we go back here to this corner. Enable Aegis Aura. Enable Potion Reservoir. And enable Prayer. This one, the Igneous Melee mob, you have to stun it to remove the armor and the regen. Because if you don't stun them, they will have huge armor and they will also regen. Like, as you can see, I barely deal damage and then he just heals. You need to stun him to remove... Oh, armor. Remove armor and regen for a little bit. Should be enough damage there. Then you don't have to kill all the mobs here. You can if you want to, you don't have to. And then here, you can build your adrenaline bar and stacks if you don't have enough stacks. And then you can click Zuk. You can turn on Vuln Bomb. Use our abilities, Death Grasp and Volley. It's better to not use them if you're gonna go for... whatchamacallit? The thing that I'm doing right now. Okay, what I did there was I used Death Skulls to make sure that the mobs are taking damage. Enough damage. Oh, this is bad. You don't... Okay. This is a little bit bad, but it's still doable. After the challenge wave, you don't have to go back here because of the Jad here. You're gonna have a hard time, like what I'm having right now. A little bit of a hard time. Not really that bad. But it's annoying because the Jad can easily attack you. I always forget because this is not the normal thing that I do for normal mode. But yeah, you can just stay here so the Jad will get stuck here. And you can just slowly kill the ranged mobs and the melee mob. Oh shit. Now it took a little bit of damage because I prayed. I used the wrong prayer. Like I said, I'm noob. Now we have to eat a little bit. You can try to use... See? Resonance there to heal yourself. But yeah, like I said earlier, when I was doing the challenge, you can... whatchamacallit? Try to get Death Skulls off if you have enough adrenaline. And then click someone else. Threads of Fate, Soul Sap, Volley of Souls.
Show me you are worthy.
Just make sure to click the mob first. Because if you don't click the mob first, you may accidentally cast your abilities on Zuk and he is invulnerable. So it's gonna be useless. Avoid the doggo at the corner. Lol. But yeah, if you also stay there, you can see these shills barely hit me. You don't have to use your Volley of Souls or Threads of Fate here. You can if you want to, but on the first few waves, it would be better if you don't. Like what I was doing, I wasn't using any of them as much as possible. Because you would need it on the first wave, or the first challenge. Also, a good reminder is every Jad wave, you should refresh your darkness. It's not the best time to refresh darkness, but you can. Also, for these mobs, you have to make sure to make them move. Because if you don't make them move, they will plant their fate and have increased damage the longer they plant their feet on the same spot. But since we didn't take a lot of damage there, we can just chill here a little bit. See, 220. I'm taking huge damage. And the stacks is just increasing, but yeah. We're not panicking. We're not panicking. Wave 9 is the ranged, Igneous ranged mobs. You have to use Finger of Death here to remove their shield. Because you need to do whatchamacallit, an attack that deals high damage or something like that. And for Necromancy, Finger of Death is one of the best abilities to do that. Yeah, what I do there is search and then dive. If you're wondering. So yeah, since we used some of our necrosis stacks, we are going to chill here for a bit, burn some time to get more necrosis stacks. Now that we have 12 necrosis stacks, we can technically throw a Vault Bomb at Zuk, because we're gonna save our Death Grasp for the next challenge. Use that. We can poison Zuk. I didn't Vault Bomb Zuk earlier. If you don't get it in one cycle, it's fine. And this guy, you can Vault Bomb this guy. Should be fine. And then Volley of Souls if you have stacks. If you have the Adrenaline, you can use Death Skulls instead. But since Death Grasp uses 25% of your Adrenaline, you will have a little bit hard time to build up the Adrenaline for Death Skulls. That is without the Zuk Cape, of course. That's why we used Vault Bomb, to make sure that the guy will be close to dying for the second challenge. And now, after the second challenge, like what I did now, we go back here, southeast corner, so the Jads won't attack us. Or can't attack us. Now we can easily chill here. Careful with your clicks. And now we can do the Jad wave, or the Jad fight. Normally, you can heal against the Jads, like I said earlier, but not on this Jad, because this Jad has a mage beside him. So if you try to resonance heal against this Jad, you might resonance the mage attack instead of the Jad attack. So yeah, it would be better to just heal on this Jad instead. And if you're using Necromancy, you're gonna be healing a lot on that Jad anyway. When do we attack Zuk? After the whole gauntlet. If that's the right term for it. Oh shit! I almost took damage. Okay, go back here. This is a little bit of the scary part of this fight. Is the waves 12 and 13, because there's going to be a lot of this ranged mob and mages and the bats. But again, if you stay here, you won't really get hit by a lot of them. You can focus on the bat first, but if you don't really mind using your pots, like me, you can just not focus on them and focus on the hard-hitting ones first. But I would suggest focusing on the bats first when you can. Because again, I try to save up my prayer points as much as possible anyway. Like right now, I'm not praying. You can pray. I'm just not praying. And again, after a Jad wave, use darkness. Because my darkness was still 5 minutes earlier, but it's easy to forget darkness. And if you're taking a lot of damage against these Zek mobs, you can pray mage, because they will burn you. They will what's the term again? Inflict geothermal burn on you, and it deals a lot of damage. You can remove it using freedom. But if you remove it here and then you go here, you're gonna get burned again. So it's not worth using freedom. And then the next wave will start here with another Zek anyway, so it's not worth using freedom. And again, we can stay here to lock some of the mobs from being able to attack us, and then move here so the mobs here can't attack us. And then you just casually walk up here. Cards of Fate, Volley of Souls, not a lot of damage. Because I don't have my lantern. That's fine. Also, always check your Hellhound's HP. Unless you have the Auto-Fire Scrolls Hellhound. So you don't get scared. Lol. I mean, that's true. It is true. This guy has been building stacks, so you can pray ranged against him. Unless you forgot to stay here, then he'll be attacking you from earlier. Or since earlier, but yeah. Shouldn't be too bad. I hope that the music audio isn't that loud. Because for me, it's not that loud. Hopefully, I'm still audible. Because if I'm not, then we're gonna cry. Because I'm not gonna retake to this. Not even... This is not even scripted. But I'm not gonna retake to this.
It is time.
Okay, now for this third pre-challenge wave, are the mages. What you have to do is what you saw I did. You have to just go inside the shield to remove the mage's defense and regen. Just go inside the mage's shield, and then it will shrink slowly, and then just poof, gone. Easy. Don't forget to pray mage, because they will hit really hard. Even if I'm on pray mage right now, they're still hitting really hard. And don't forget to enable your sorrow. I forgot to enable sorrow, so I wasn't dealing as much damage. Yeah. For this fight, or for this challenge, you have to not take any damage. So, the best thing is to have 100% adrenaline, as usual, and use Barricade. if you don't have 100% adrenaline, you can build it on Zuk. You don't have enough stacks for the souls and the necrosis, you can build it on Zuk. Not bad. If you feel like your summons are dying before you have to fight Zuk, you can just unsummon them by removing the lantern, or just wait for their timer to run out and then just resummon them before you enable this one. Enable, swap prayer, bomb bomb, volley of souls, and we can poison him. But the poison, again, the poison uses adrenaline, so be careful with the poison. You can turn off prayer here, because again, we're not gonna attack. If you don't have turtling, what you can do is do resonance first, and then barricade. If you have turtling 4, then barricade should be enough for this. Or you can have the Malyatops, whatchamacallit, perk from player-owned farms, because that also increases your barricade duration if you have the farming level to take care of Malyatops. Also, this is, as you can see, triple Jad wave and Jad only, so you can heal on any of the Jads if you accidentally take damage using resonance. But also, if you just want to get over the fight, you can just, whatchamacallit, death mark them. I'm not doing death mark because I'll be able to kill them eventually anyway. But be careful, if you used Aegis Aura early, your Aegis Aura would have ran out earlier. So make sure to restart it. If you're using a different aura, then it should be fine. You'll only be able to restart it instantly if there's free aura resets. If there's no free aura resets, you'll have to go to an interface, which is weird. Oh yeah. And see, we're not worrying about our overload. It's because of the potion reservoir. Always good. Now it's the Huracan fight. He can spawn on either east or the west side. Make sure to death mark first. Summon any conjures that are gone. Then you can one-cycle him if you have the damage. If you don't one-cycle him, it's fine. He's not a challenge. So you can take a little bit longer. So it might have to make you use a little bit more resource. And also, you see me moving. If you see like a bubble here, that means you have to move. Because if that bubble hits you, you'll take a little bit. I'm not gonna say a little bit. It's a little bit. It's a decent damage. And also, it'll eat your adrenaline. You could have used Death Skulls. I forgot to use Death Skulls, but that's fine. Also, quick note, if you don't one-cycle Huracan, he will bombard you like what you saw earlier. And the bombard is like an X-shaped targeting. So you have to move either north, west, east, or south to easily avoid it. You will get a notification that Huracan is bombarding you, which is different from just the other one. If you're having a hard time dodging it, you can turn off your auto-retaliate to make sure you don't accidentally move to the tentacles. Nah. You can see that one. That one is not the bombarding, but it still deals quite a bit of damage. Oh yeah, and you can Vuln Bomb Huracan too. I just decided to not Vuln Bomb him because I forgot. Not because I'm good at the game. Yeah, after the Huracan fight, you can go back to Zuk, so you can build your stacks. Also, don't forget to reset your darkness. For Zuk, he will use Break Beneath Me first. Normally, there's a bug where he won't use that. But yeah, for Break Beneath Me, you just use Freedom to remove it, just like the other guys earlier. For the second mechanic, the Seer, you surge and then surge back or walk backwards to where you were, or surge and use a Super Restore. For the third mechanic, you have to surge and then click a little bit ways away. For this fourth mechanic, you have to Resonance, which I didn't do earlier, to negate the damage, but that's just a 3k damage, so it's fine. For that mechanic, you have to use Anticipate or Freedom. Anticipate is better, so you don't get stunned and you can just dash fast enough to kill these mobs. And then it's just back to the Igneous mobs. You know, you can deal with them the same thing as you did earlier. Stun the melee, Finger of Death the ranged, and then go. Oh shit! Don't accidentally click the Zuk like that. And then go inside the shield of the mage. And then if you don't get to kill the mage fast enough, you won't instantly die, but he has a bar there that will insta-kill you if you don't interrupt him charging. Oh shit, I used the wrong thing. See? I'm not a pro. I can make mistakes. It's fine to make mistakes. But yeah, for the first mechanic, Break Beneath Me, Freedom. Don't forget it's Freedom. For Seer, the second mechanic, it's Surge in, Surge back, or Surge in and Super Restore. And then the third mechanic, Surge and then click away. Oh, I think we're gonna have to do a second pizza time. Yeah. See? I didn't use Anticipate and I got stunned a little bit. Not bad that we do a little pizza time, but now that I didn't check my whatchamacallit, Hellhound's HP, my Hellhound is dead. That's why I was taking a little bit more damage than normal. Yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. And then after his HP goes down to 100k, he will repeat his mechanics. Like, if you get him down to 100k, after the first whatchamacallit, pizza time, he will go back to Break Beneath Me mechanic. Oh, yeah, and that's our Zuk run completed. But yeah, if you get him down to 100k, he will repeat whatchamacallit, his mechanics to the start. he will skip pizza time. But you don't have to if you're feeling that you can't deal with it properly. Just like what I did earlier. I can't deal enough damage, so I just let him do the second pizza time. You don't have to panic. But yeah, that's the Zuk Run completed. We got the Igneous Stone as a result of completing all the challenges, as you can see in the chat. Very nice, very nice. Oop, 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 oop. Oop. A little bit scuffed. And before you leave, don't forget to climb the throne. Climb Zuk's throne and do a rest. You will get an achievement. Yeah. Zuk Run completed in 28 minutes. You can leave by talking to Zuk or just walk here. Yeah. All good. And that should be enough. I forgot to add a stream marker at the start of the fight. But yeah. The only difference right now, actually, I probably should add this in. But yeah, the only difference that I have with me back then is I currently have 120 necromancy. When I first tried Zuk, I didn't have 120 necromancy, so I wasn't critting as much. But yeah, it's still fine. It should still be fine. Eh? What if I didn't take notes? Actually, if you didn't take notes, it's fine. Yeah, that would probably help a little bit in the YouTube video because I'm not gonna edit that one. I'm not gonna edit that VOD. I'm just gonna cut that Zuk part starting from when I started explaining before getting the buff until the Zuk fight. That was a little bit fun. Kinda weird though. The completion time said 28 minutes, but the fight timer earlier was on 38 minutes. Or maybe it was, whatchamacallit? 38 minutes at the instance duration, but not the fight duration. Huh. But yeah, it should be fine. Go into Zuk Run and get Skull Pop. True. Yeah. Thanks for watching, I guess.